Alright, so I'm Will. I'm gonna be stepping in for Jack, Matt, and Katie, 'cause they can't really be bothered to present right now. Anyways, this is their presentation about exchange rates. Free flow exchange rates. These are determined by market forces. In other words, a high demand for the currency increases its value, and a low demand decreases value. Simple stuff. Furthermore, high supply for currency decreases value, and vice versa. One weakness is that they can very easily be manipulated by governments to change the value, which may prove derogatory for other competing currencies, and can help the country seem wealthier, thus having higher access to imports, or seem poorer, thus being able to sell exports more efficiently. The power of value. The free flow system is considered fair when government intervention doesn't occur. However, it is very prone to fluctuation. The bottom diagram demonstrates that in a free flow economy, exchange rates fluctuate. The right diagram demonstrates that if the equilibrium exchange rate is not met, there will be excess supply or demand of the currency. Examples of free flow exchange rates include the UK, which currently operates under a free-floating exchange rate regime. They adopted this in 1992 and have since continued to use it after the Bretton Woods Agreement. This means that the Bank of England does not actively intervene in the currency markets for desirable exchange rate levels, except, as I will probably mention later if I remember, their intervention in Brexit. Managed exchange rates. Similar to free flow, except it allows the government to intervene as an attempt to manage the value of their currency. This is more normal than free flow, as it can prevent high fluctuations in value. It is usually managed by buying and selling foreign currency reserves. Undervalued currencies are easier to manage than overvalued currencies. The diagram represents how the central bank can intervene in terms of supply and demand by selling or buying foreign currency reserves with their local currency. Some examples include: Indonesia's central bank raised the country interest rates twice, leading to stabilize the value of the rupiah. In May 2018, the UK sold foreign currency reserves in order to stabilize after Brexit, although the currency never reached its prior value again. China has been managing the exchange rate such that it is around 8 RMB to the US dollar for some time, with fluctuations. Fixed exchange rates. This means that the value of the currency is fixed, and is not influenced by market forces. This makes the currency very stable, as it cannot fluctuate. However, it is manipulable as countries can print more money without suffering downwards pressure on their exchange rate. Speaking of which, countries deal with downward pressure by increasing interest rates and borrowing from abroad. The diagram represents how the central bank can buy excess local currency, increasing the demand for that currency. This is an action taken when exports decrease. Another action that can be taken is reducing imports to decrease the supply of the local currency, which improves its value. Some examples include the gold standard, which was implemented in 1821 in the UK, which fixed the UK pound to the price of gold. The Bretton Woods Agreement, where countries pegged their currency to the United States dollar, which was fixed to the gold price. Pegged exchange rates. These are essentially allowed to float within a certain limit, meaning they are pegged to a stable commodity and the value of said commodity is the target value of the currency. One disadvantage is that this is not an accurate representation of the actual value of the currency, and is very hard to manage precisely. However, this makes the currency generally very stable. Some examples of this include the Bretton Woods system, where many countries pegged their currency to the US dollar. The Cuban convertible peso is one of two Cuban currencies, which has been pegged at a rate of 1:1 to the United States dollar. Well, that's about it. I hope you actually took some notes, 'cause although I forgot to add a conclusion slide and can't be bothered anymore, I don't think you understand the sheer effort of making these voice lines sound natural. So please be grateful and at least clap or something. Also subscribe and check out my new merch. Link in bio.